Hello and welcome back to another Art Fabula video. Today we are going to talk about killing our darlings. And this is something that is very important in all the creative kind of work, especially for artists, especially for writers. I think you have heard before this kill your darlings when writing. But today we are going to kill our darlings in the toy community, in the toy world and toy design world. So what I mean with kill our darlings? Well, when you are creating, when you are designing a piece of a toy, for example, you need to think about just, of course, about the design of the toy, but not just about the design. You need to think about the market you are going to sell it to. And this is a big problematic because when you are new, when you are not an established artist, when you don't really know what you're doing, you are just concentrating in your art. But you can't leave apart the other thing. And the other thing is the market, is the selling part. This is also an integrated part also of the community, of the work of an artist. So you need to think about the market you are going to sell. So when you create a toy, when you have a design, you always need to think if this design is going to sell in the market you are thinking about. For example, if I'm doing a very soft kind of toy, very curved and very beautiful, very cute toy, do I want to sell it in Japan? Do I want to sell it in Taiwan? Do I want to sell it in Thailand? I need to understand those three markets first to send my toy to one of these markets, because one toy won't work in all the markets in the world at the same time. So please investigate what kind of market you are going to sell your toy to before you create your toy. Or if you want to create your toy first, then you need to be very conscious about the market you're going to sell it to. I'm going to give you a few examples of this market thing and this kill your darling things. For example, I have a toy here that is my Gekkogon toy. And my Gekkogon toy, this is a very Japanese thought kind of toy. The market I designed it is for the Japanese public, and as you see, is very Japanese kind of Godzilla-like creature with a little bit of a lot of my creativity on it. So this is a toy that I created, but based on something that the Japanese market like. Before this thing, I created just my kind of art. I didn't thought about the market that I wanted to sell to. So I create, for example, Eggy, this one. As I told you in another video, the Eggy was just a very, different kind of creature than the one they sold on Japan. So this is more suited for maybe another kind of market that is not Japan. Of course, it sells in Japan and I don't have any problem with it, but maybe this one is better suited to that market. And this is something that you need to think about when you're creating your toy. Do you want to create a toy, for example, in a small size or in a big size? Which one of those are going to sell more? It's going to sell the small one or the bigger one? So the size is also some very important thing that you need to think about when you're creating your toy. Not just the size, but also the kind of toy. Do you want to create maybe this cute little thing? Or do you want to create this monster, incredible kind of toy? Horror? Do you want to make cute things? Are these going to sell well in Japan? Are these going to sell well in Japan? Are those two going to sell well in Japan? Or Thailand? Or Taiwan? Or another market in the USA? So investigate what kind of toy works in what kind of market, because this is the most important thing in the business of art toy, the market. If you don't have a market, you don't have a business. If you don't have a business, well, you can create your toys, but you will have 100, 200 of those toys in your shelves and not in the collector's shelves. So this is what I meant with kill your darlings. When you are designing, you're always designing for yourself, and this is the most, well, this is what it is. This is the incredible part of the artistry. You are creating for yourself. But if you want to sell, well, that's the reality, is that you need to create something that is a mix, that has a balance for yourself, but also for other people. So maybe the people outside doesn't like your toys. Well, then you're not going to sell anything. So you need to find a delicate balance between what you like and what people like. So please look at the design you have in your paper or on your screen and decide if you want to sell this toy as it is in the specific market that you choose, or if you want to make some kind of change just to adapt to that market, or if you want to just apply the design to 3 different markets or 4 markets, depending on how many markets there are out. So when you're designing, please think about those kind of things. Do they like cute toys? Do they like horror kind toys? Do they like Godzilla, kaijus? Do they like more humanoid kind of creatures? Do they like the more action figure kind of toys? Do they like big things? Do they like small things? All these factors are the factors you need to think about when you are designing your toy. So go back to your design, go back to the planification board, go back to the investigation part of the creation, and find the markets for you, find the things they like in those markets, and be careful. Ask people, be careful, because if you are not sure what kind of things they like, then you are going to make a big mistake. So that's the video for today. That's what I meant with kill your darlings. I hope you like this video. Please subscribe, leave a comment, and see you next time. Bye.